Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Eldo's Boxing. We back again with another one. We got this weekend recap, June 10th through the 13th. We know we got some fights today. We're going to talk about that too. And then some news and notes throughout the week. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. Much appreciated. Salute to the playback as well. Appreciate you guys coming through. It's all good. Y Sports Betting in the building. What's good? Salute. Z Pacino. What's good? Oh, yes, sir. We'll talk about it for sure. Marla Prince in the building. What's good with you? All right, so we're gonna take it back. June the 10th. So this is a couple notable guys on this card. Michael Soro, he won the IBO title on this card. He stopped dude. I forgot the round, but he stopped him. I seen the highlights of it. Michael Soro is ranked in middleweight and 154. I think he can probably be a nice opponent for one of these up and coming guys. He a veteran, been around for a long time, so he got the win. Kevin Sajo, this is his second win after losing to Pacheco in December. He's 36, 35, 36. He's trying to make one more last run, but he got a win as well. And then Milan Pratt, he's a contender, French contender at 154. He got a win. So this was on the Ivory Coast, African coast. So yeah, these guys had a card a couple of days ago. So hopefully, like for Kevin Sajo, he's in a good division. 168. You know, he lost to Pacheco, but he can bounce back. He dropped Pacheco. That performance he had against Pacheco got people thinking Pacheco ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And we got news on Pacheco too later in the show. So yeah, he can get right back in there. June the 11th from Canada. We want to talk about this. My man in the building. Iramatic Massacre. Salute to you, bro. What's good with you? He said, yeah, it's a lot to talk about. Yeah. And if I missed anything that you want to talk about, or anybody else want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. Bruce Gas in the building was good. No, I didn't watch it. I seen some highlights of it, but I didn't watch it like that. I just seen a couple of highlights and tidbits of it. This card, June 11th in Canada. Shabbat got a win. Fondero, I mean, I thought he went too long in there with Jonathan Gonzalez. I thought he should have stopped him like in 2 rounds. He ended up getting a stoppage. He dominated the fight, but I felt like he was in there too long. So Fondero, he keep his winning record. I don't know, man. Some of these guys that either Tiger have is so to me. The next guy, I thought he lost that fight to that guy. He got outworked in that fight. He get hit too much. Whenever Mamet Yunal, when he step up in competition, he's gonna get beat for sure. Now up in Canada, they've been having the best decisions as of late. We seen last week with Albert Ramirez, he got beat clearly to me against Lerone Richards, and they robbed Lerone Richards crazy. So I feel like this fighter that fought Yunal got robbed too. Layla Berdwayne, she got a good win. She won the WBA interim title. Just do boxing. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So she interim champion. She's mandatory for Elisa Baumgarten. She fought Elisa last year on the MVP card, so she's back in the mix. But main event though, this is a type of fight that you want to give your young guy crossing over from a prospect to a contender. This is a perfect matchup. Wilkins Mathieu, he's the up and coming prospect trying to cross over. Like I said, he fought former contender, middleweight contender, and Olympic medalist Ezekiel Falcao. I mean, he got some good rounds in. Falcao is kind of tricky. He wasn't going, you know what I'm saying? And then Mathieu started to put his shit together. Very athletic fighter, good power. He ended up stopping Falcao, you know what I'm saying? And that was a good win because he got some good, solid veteran rounds under his belt. Then he stopped the dude. And that's what you want to see from your up-and-coming guy. So 168, we got another young fighter in the mix. I think Mathieu is not a couple. He might be right behind DFG as far as level. Darius Fugum. I said DFG. Yeah, Darius Fugum. Maybe a little bit behind him. I can see them in a good fight. A good fight for him would maybe Stevens, the kid David Stevens. That might be a good fight for Matthew. Another kind of progression step up. But that's a good win though. You know what I'm saying? So that was on Thursday. Live on the zone if you missed it. We had some fights from the Hall of Fame weekend on Friday. You know, we they having the Hall of Fame induction today. So Vic Pasillas came back. You know, he got a win. Salute to him. Won by unanimous decision. He's been around for a long time. This this fight card was promoted by Christy Martin, Hall of Fame fighter. So yeah, it was like low key. It was on UFC Fight Pass, so maybe a lot of you guys ain't get a chance to watch it. But yeah, it's solid. They always have a fight card up there in upstate New York during the Hall of Fame weekend. So yeah, that's what it was. Um, Also on Friday night, we had a rematch: Natasha Spence versus Marcelo Cornejo. Same thing. Spence won the rematch, you know, by unanimous decision. So I don't know, like, hopefully, I don't know what this means for Cornejo. She gonna always be able to get fights, I guess, because of her name value. But Spence, let's see if she can get a bigger fight. You know, fighting at 160 or 54. You know, we'll see. Every time she step up in competition, she normally loses, but that's a good win for her. She got back to back wins over Cornejo. Yesterday, Milan, no, this is the wrong guy. Freddie Kowit, my bus. Freddie Kowit out of Germany. He got a stoppage win. And I think it was a second round stoppage. He uh he is world rated with the WBO at 154. So he keep his WBO global title. It was easy work. I don't know if you guys seen it. It was on the zone, you know, one of those obscure cards, but you know, we tapped in. From New Jersey, we had Boston Insider. They normally have some solid cards out there in Atlantic City. I know one of the guys that Boots was sparring with was on that card. Kashot Elliott, he got a win. He's pretty good. Um, the main event, Bruce Seldon Jr. versus Josh Popper. That was a nasty knockout. First round knockout for Popper. He landed a sweeping left hook, then he cleaned them up and he timbered. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. So Popper, let's see what they can do for him. Seldon Jr. He got to go back to the drawing board, but that was going to. Have you seen Seldon Jr. fight before this? That was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a nasty knockout. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was nasty. Did you peep the Teflon promotions card? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Put me on game. Let me know where I need to go to. For sure. I'll tap in. I ain't see it though. MVP. So MVP four for the ladies on ESPN Plus. They had a bunch of fights on the card. You know, Brown L made her pro debut. You know, she came out to the Michael Jackson shit. That was swag. She's a good boxer. She's good. You can tell she's gonna be a real good boxer as she get her experience up. So that was a good pro debut for her. Like father, like son. Yeah, Seldon. Yeah, he said, damn it, I didn't see the. It was on the Boxer Insider YouTube channel. That's what I seen it at. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. The Boxer Insider. Um, you know. Yo, maybe he said like father like son. I remember Bruce Seldon got knocked out by Oliver McCall. He came back to win world champion, to win the world title. He got knocked out in the first round by Reggie Bowe. Came back and win. So maybe that might be a good thing, maybe. But in this day and time, I don't think so because that looked bad. I appreciate it. Send it to me, bro. I put it in the chat. The stream to the yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. I tap in with it. So this what I put in the chat. That's from last night, the Boxing Insider show with Bruce Seldon Jr. and Josh Popper. Let me see. Brittany Sims, she keep her number one position. She had a tough fight with Cardenas. She started to come on down the stretch. The Addison had a crazy first round knockout over Davis. That was crazy. Leanna Cruz, she looked real good yesterday, coming off of ACL surgery. Um, yeah, she called out the winner of the WBA title fight. She looked good. She was going to the body. She was slowing the girl down. She was working. I like that performance. You know what I'm saying? So she's back. Good to see her back. Joe Harasco, he stopped Diaz. Diaz had never been stopped. He stopped him. He like a big puncher. Now he's 17-0, 17 KOs. Marley had an easy win first round, and then Polka, she beat Medina. Main card, man, we got two upsets to start the main card. Evan Bermudez against Allegra. That young look. I don't know what happened to Bermudez, but she looked sluggish. I don't know what was wrong with her, but she got beat up over 10 rounds. Looked like she was going to get stopped a couple of times. Allegra, salute to her. She's a new unified champion. She got 3 belts. That's a big upset. You know what I'm saying? So she's IBF, WBO, and WBA champion. So that sets up a big undisputed fight with Lulu Juarez. Juarez just beat Yokasa Valley a couple of weeks ago. So they can run that. You know what I'm saying? They can run that next. So that's what's up. Good win. I had a feeling. Yeah, I had a feeling she was going to lose when she got gifted the world title on Pro Box. That was nasty. But to her fight, Ortega versus Delgado, you know, Delgado, those right hands was nice down the pipe. And she was pushing back Jasmine Ortega. Jasmine Ortega she's better like coming forward. When she have to box and think, you can kind of get control of that. You know what I'm saying? And I thought she kind of got outmaneuvered by the veteran. Like Delgado got more experience than her, and she was actually doing well down the stretch. I thought in the corner, Jasmine's team was giving her false hope, false confidence. That fight was close. They were saying the shit was wide. They said she was up 6-0, 5-0. And yeah, maybe she started believing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Delgado did a lot of crafty stuff down the stretch, and she got the benefit of the doubt. So that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So Delgado, WBA champion. Maybe they'll do her versus Leanna Cruz next. I take that. Um, Also, MVP has the IBF champion. I think her name Irma Garcia. She had a big KO win over there in the UK on their first show. Jenny Fuchs is about to fight Ruiz for the WBC. So it's something they can do. And even if Gabby Fundora decides to come up to 115, that's fights right there for her too. So yeah, we had 2 upsets to open up the show. Tierra Brown versus Hannah Rapp. This is all Tierra Brown. I like how she fights. She fights in the pocket, catch and shoot, in the inside, going to the body, pushing you back, walking you down. She got enough skills to be able to sit there and do that. Good defense on the inside. Hannah Rapp was kind of dirty, you know what I'm saying? Headbutting and shit. A lot of, kind of rough tactics, but Tierra Brown kept her composure and she dominated the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I like her. She's nice. Yeah, she was bloody. Yep, got a head clash, huh? Yeah, she nice. I ain't gonna lie. In that pocket, she was looking nice, clean work. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of good stuff. So yeah, Ellie Scotney is Tierra Brown's mandatory. She just vacated her undisputed crown at 122. So the WBC made her the mandatory for Tierra Brown. That's gonna be a good ass fight. You know what I'm saying? Ellie Scotty got some skills too, but Tierra Brown fighting in that pocket, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to beat her fighting in that pocket. So she probably have to use the ring and box. And Tierra Brown dude is kind of stationary. So if you got good power and you can move and get your shots off and kind of move to the left and the right, you could get her. But if you're gonna sit and trade with her, she's nice in that pocket for sure. He said you went out. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me? I don't know what you're saying. I went out. Let me know if you guys can hear me, bro. I appreciate it. Um, O'Shea Jones versus Carranza, the rematch. I thought this was much different. I thought O'Shea was boxing real well. I thought she was doing real good. He said, I rock with Ellie. Yeah, I think that's a good one. He said, you good. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'd be a tough fight. Yeah, that's a good one, though. But I thought this rematch was different than the first one. I thought O'Shea took control of the fight pretty early. She was boxing well. Carranza was landing some shots here and there, but I thought O'Shea was boxing good, getting out the way. I like her stab jab to the body. I thought she was in control. I thought like maybe she lost the last 2 out of 3 rounds. So eight, I think I gave 8 and 9. I gave one of those early rounds to Carranza, and then 8 and 9. I thought 10 was cool. I thought Jones won this fight. He said they got a raw dub, but O'Shea kept sticking. Yeah, she was man. She was. This is the best I seen her, bro. I thought she was because she was still doing her antics, right? But she was actually sticking to the game plan. Yeah, 7-3. That's how I had it, bro. I think I maybe gave Carranza maybe one of those early, maybe 1 or 2. I can't remember, but I thought she got 8 and 9 for sure. But I thought O'Shea got 10. I didn't like those scorecards. I don't think it was a draw. I thought, and you can tell by the body language too that Carranza like I don't know. In that fight, she looked like, damn, bro, this is a little different than the first fight, and they scored the draw. So I think O'Shea can clean this chapter up, bro. That's it. Move on because she got bigger fights that she can have. You know what I'm saying? I thought she looked good. I thought she boxed well. I thought Carranza came on late, but I think it was too late for me. So what's next? O'Shea Jones got the other. He said facts. Yes, sir. What's good with you, bro? O'Shea Jones got the last piece to the puzzle for undisputed at 154. Michaela Mayer gonna fight Chantel Cameron for the 3 belts, and then maybe they do O'Shea Jones. In the meantime, maybe O'Shea can get another fight. Look, uh, a big name fight would probably be Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Cyborg fights at 54. There's really not a lot of smoke really at 54 like that. Um, that might be the biggest fight for O'Shea. I'm thinking they can do something in Toledo for O'Shea for real. But we'll see. I thought she won though, man. I didn't like that decision. Um, maybe. I think maybe it's possible. You gotta get past the MVP shit with her and Carissa. So that's a big hiccup. But MVP ain't rocking with Carissa like that. So I don't know. But I think it could be. Yeah, that shit is wild. Like who is she back? Who is her people? Who support her? Like because they gave her 10. Bro, yeah, that was wild right there. 10-0. Nah. The first fight was more competitive. You know what I'm saying? I actually thought the first fight could went either way. But 10-0? Nah, that's wild. The cartel behind her. I don't know. She keep getting these opportunities. All right, matchroom boxing. Last night we had Ben Rodriguez versus Vargas, Antonio Vargas. Um, let me see. Yo, that dude with the damn leopard shit in his head, he got done crazy. um, the ladies. That fight was fun. Torhan versus Telez. Torhan is a two tones bodyguard. He was used. So when I say that is he was trying to put Turhan in front of Caroline Dubois so she don't have to fight Elisa Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? On that bodyguard shit. Like, nah. That shit is nasty work. Give us the best fight. We don't need no bodyguard in the mix. And she low key looked like some bullshit last night. This is the second fight in a row where she didn't look all that. And she got power now. And like I was saying in my breakdown, if you're at the end of her punches, bro, you gonna get clipped with some shit. But Telez fought real good, real well. You know what I'm saying? I think she looked like she buzzed her a couple of times. I felt O'Shea, yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah. Um, I respect all fighters, but Torre, man, she don't have no skills, but she got power. Yeah, Telez was getting busy. Maybe Tone need to have Telez as his bodyguard because she looked, man, she was doing her thing, bro. She was piecing her up, right? Fighting smart. She got caught into that going, machismo shit, going toe to toe, and she felt the power. And then she got right back on her game, started boxing. The jab was on point. The jab was winning her those rounds. You know, I thought Turhan actually, I thought she actually edged it out, but she didn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't look good. And if you got a boxer, look, Telez is coming up from featherweight, 122 in featherweight, and she put on a great performance, like 2 or 3 weeks notice. Some people thought she won the fight. I'm not even mad at that. But the way she did it, she basically got the blueprint. Use your feet, use a good jab. You can punch in between that wild shit. As long as you get out the way, because she'll throw wild shit and be all over the place, and you can counter her. If you got, I don't know if Tellez had a lot of power last night, but she was piecing the old girl up. And this is why, bro, you don't put these expectations on these fighters that's not that good. That look, that's why that's why it comes out that Elisa Baumgartner is ducking. You know what I'm saying? Because when your biggest fan with the platform that he has pushing Turhan on Dubois, and we watching that shit like she can't fuck with Dubois. You know what I'm saying? She was barely messing with Taliz, and that shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sour taste in our mouth. You like, you lied to us basically. But look, Taliz stock goes up just like her sister when she fought Amanda Serrano. Both of the sisters this year in losing efforts, their stock goes up. Turhan, she looking like some food. Let's go ahead and get that belt off her and let Dubois get it or whatever. Because I think when she step up, even Alicia Baumgartner will get busy on her. I think. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, she got good power. She's, I guess you could say exciting, but she got a lot of flaws. And these girls, as she step up, they're gonna take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Um, if she would have dropped her hand, man, she had her hurt and she was buzzing her. She said she fight like RoboCop. She fight like yeah. Yanal versus Torhead. Oh, Yanal and Torhead. Yeah, bro, they look crazy. She's only 19. If she keep working, no, for real. Yeah, bro. Her and her sister, they was getting busy. Yeah, man. And probably go back to her natural weight. She could do some things. Had a few knockouts that yeah, I think the one in the ninth in the 10th round was a knockdown. Cause that reminded me of the Kavalauskas Bud knockdown. It was a couple of those when every time Tellez got hurt or hit or buzzed, she basically grabbed her and fell to the ground. You know what I'm saying? It made it seem like Tarhan was pushing her. So it could, man, you could see something like that, bro. I see what you're saying. All you gotta do is turn her. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. She was hurt late. She was. So yeah. Oh, yo, the co-main event, Cardenas. Salute to him. I had Martinez winning the rematch because I thought Martinez definitely won the first fight, and they scored they scored a draw. I can't remember. But Cardenas, look, he turned that around. You know what I'm saying? I like his aggression. I like his counter punching too. You know what I'm saying? He was beating Martinez to the punch, something that he didn't do in the first fight, and he got a unanimous decision win. Salute to him. Now, when y'all talking about trainer of the year type shit, Robert Garcia is always in the mix. This is one of the fights that people are not going to talk about him as a trainer of the year because he basically flipped the script. You know what I'm saying? Like because it looked like Martinez had Cardenas' number based off that first fight. But this fight, the game plan was on point, and this is the type of shit that I look at. We got Bam, he got Verge, we got these big name guys, Raymond Tyler. But this win right here, when he brought Cardenas back because Cardenas is like he was about to get the pink slip if he lost this fight, and he kind of changed the game plan, mixed it up, and then Cardenas looked like a different fighter than the first one. So I give him props on that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Cardenas. He lost his sauce. Yeah, maybe the bigger and bright lights got to him because maybe he thought this was gonna be some easy work, some easy money, and he ended up, you know, I dare say maybe overlooking or underestimating Cardenas. Yeah, BTA now for sure. He won that fight pretty clear. Put Cardenas in line for some good fights. I mean, matchroom stable fights. Peter McGrail, Shabazz Masood. Like, I would like to see him in with one of those guys. That would probably make sense. I thought he was going to gas himself with that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even made it yet, and he already going Hollywood on us. That shit probably came back to bite him in the ass. Yo, main event, yo, this is a good fight. Um, it was a real good fight because Vargas ain't come to lay down. Vargas was doing a lot of good shit with Bam. I thought Bam struggled with the size of Vargas because Vargas won't go in there first. He was getting hit with some good shit, but he was coming right back, letting his hands go. Bam is a great fighter. The angles and how he kind of slithered in the inside and landed some good uppercuts and body shots and stuff. But Vargas was running shit up the middle. He was touching Bam. This is probably the most I've seen Bam get hit. He was running numbers on Bam, which was good. Then Bam, like he started to settle down. I think probably after like the third round ish, he started to settle down and he started to see that shit coming. And he started to kind of slowly break down Vargas. Fifth round, he landed a nice left hand to drop Vargas. That was nice. Bam's knockdowns be so nice because they kind of come out of nowhere because of his hand speed and the timing of his shots. And he dropped him in the fifth round. And like I was saying on the show, and what I said on my on Twitter, like if Bam get Vargas down early in the fight, he got to finish him because Vargas is resilient. He got up before after knockdowns and won those fights. So Bam did what I wanted him to do. He finished him sixth round. That shit happened so fast, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I missed it live. It happened so fast. I had to watch the replay. I'm like, ooh, that was nice. Another left hand straight down the pipe. And the way that Vargas fell, he felt like it was crazy how he fell on the second knockdown. But salute to Bam. I mean, he answered a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? His power carries up. That was one thing I wanted to see. We know he's one of the best skilled fighters in the game. This was a good fight. Now, this is a fight. I know Bam got touched up a lot, but this was a champion that didn't want to lose. This is probably one of the better Vargas performances. If you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't start slow. He got to a good start. You know what I'm saying? He was going basically toe to toe with Bam. The fight was basically Bam was probably up. Well, he was up because of knockdown, but Vargas didn't just give him the belt. So it's gonna when you looking back at Bam's resume when it's all said and done, they're gonna just walk past the Vargas fight and say, he was a bum. No, Vargas is good. You know what I'm saying? Vargas can come back for sure. Bam is just on another level. He like that. So salute to Bam. Bam, he's in a great position right now. He said he fought the same fight, Cardenas, just all over. He started faster. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. He was in the pocket from round one and didn't make. He didn't make sense to me. Oh, just sitting in the pocket and shit. Yeah. Lee Jackson was good with you. Sound like Bam and Medina. I think that's next. I mean, there's a reason why Matchroom signed Vargas and Medina. They didn't sign them just to, you know what I'm saying? What they bring to the table, what value they bring to the table, other than being Bam's, part of his legacy, and that's what I think is gonna happen. I think it'd be wise to face Tacoma before Naoya. Um, Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Giving my man two opportunities to look at him. I get that. Um, yeah. I didn't even think about it like that. I'm thinking it more so if you got a pissed off Naoya anyway in there. He fight like real intentional when he's upset against something. Look at the Fulton fight. Fulton's coach was back there talking about he was cheating with the gloves. Same thing with the second Donaire fight. They're saying they was cheating all over social media and these channels saying they was cheating with the gloves. And he did Donaire crazy in the second fight. Look at Manny Rodriguez. Manny's coach, he was getting at his pops. Anyway, didn't like that. He destroyed Manny. Like that's what I'm thinking would be like a crazy motivation if he's pissed off. If Bam go do Tacoma dirty and on some disrespectful shit, maybe anyway be like, you know what? Because they brought that pride and that that honor and shit over there. So you know, let's see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But either way it go, I think Bam would beat Tacoma in a solid fight. And right now, I would favor anyway. But Bam is coming. I want to see it. Vargas got my respect now. Vargas, I like Vargas. He can come back. I said Vargas. Let me see. I said I would like to see Vargas versus Manny Rodriguez, but maybe they can probably bring him back, get a win, and then go to a fight like that. But don't just give up on him. You know what I'm saying? He good. Yes, sir. So we'll see. So what's next for Bam? Well, we know Bam vacated his titles at 115. He's not going back. So he's going to campaign at 18. The big fight with Naoya is over his head. So we'll see what happens with that. If it can be next or, Bam and his team, well, Robert Garcia specifically, he's talking about doing the unification with Medina. And they're talking about doing that like in September. So that's cool. Get that out the way. That'd be dope. Maybe they'll do that in San Antonio, possibly putting it on the Canelo card. But they said Mexico versus the world, so that's big. I don't know if that's the same type of thing. But I can see Bam. I can see them doing. Cause who's doing Independence Weekend? Oh, that's Canelo, but he's in Saudi. So maybe they can do Bam versus Medina like late September for unification. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be dope. Anyway, Tacoma anyway is a WBC champion. He has a mandatory defense against Nakasawa that he got to take care of in September. So that's a rematch right there. The IBF champion, you got Jose Salas. He has a mandatory right now, and Michael Angeletti. So I'm not sure if he has to do that next, or if he'll have like a little quick window to do another fight. I'm not sure. So that's the landscape at 118. Bam fits in right at the top. You know what I'm saying? That was a good performance. It was fun. He gonna get a lot of naysayers because he got touched up, but that was actually a good performance. Oh, she got a tough fight with Ray. She can outbox Rivas. You know what I'm saying? She got a high ranking with the WBA too. Rivas is a good fighter. She a former world champion, been around for a long time. But I think Butler got the skills to outbox her, bro. I wish they'd show that shit on the zone. They got it on Win Records, whatever the app. What do you think of the plans are for proper promotion in Japan? Terrence Crawford? Oh, I ain't even heard nothing about it, bro. I ain't even heard nothing about that. If it's he doing some boxing shit over there, shit. Hopefully it's good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he do, hope it's dope and it's bringing eyes to boxing. Well, I ain't heard nothing about that though. I appreciate that though. Got to tap in with it. So domino effect for Bam vacating his titles at 115. This is David Jimenez. He's the interim champion. Now he was elevated to full champion. He got that interim title when he beat Scrappy Ramirez a couple years back. Then that was on the Ryan and Devin undercard. So he had a couple defenses since then. Now he's the new WBA champion since Bam vacated. So they about to order Jimenez versus Scrappy the rematch. So let's see if Scrappy can get it back. You know what I'm saying? After suffering his first loss, he had a couple of wins after that. He had a difficult time with Jimenez because Jimenez got a tricky, awkward type of style, and he was giving Scrappy some fits. So let's see. Let's see when they get that fight popping. Last night they dropped some news about Diego Pacheco. He just signed a long term deal with Matchroom. He been with Matchroom from legit. You know what I'm saying? He was with Matchroom Boxing USA. Y'all remember when they first came here? They had Pacheco and Ray Ford up there looking dusty. And those dudes in the penthouse now. So they actually did a good job with Ray Ford and Pacheco. But Pacheco, his I was with Pacheco up until he turned down the Shiraz fight. But I understand though. I have an understanding mentality of this because I'm like, that shit makes sense. A couple of things. He was number one in the WBO before Crawford took his spot and fought Canelo and became the Bellator. So they kind of put him back another year in the WBO. So then the title became vacant. They they ordered Pacheco versus Shiraz. I thought he should take it, but they was trying to do that fight like in February or March. He had just had a tough fight in December, and he wanted some more time. And that coach he had was on some bullshit. So he switched trainers, got with Buddy McGirt, and he wants some time to kind of fill out. Conventional wisdom, if this shit was the 90s, 2000s, nobody would even bat an eye at this because fighters and trainers, they do this all the time. They get together, they have about 2 or 3 fights, and they say, all right, give me the smoke. You know what I'm saying? They say it take like 2 or 3 fights to get that rhythm with your trainer. So I get that part. So he's coming back July 18th against Emmanuel Alim. So this tells me this that type of fight where you want to get more continuity with your trainer because I think he beats Alim. Yeah, I'm on that too. I like it though. That young kid is nice, and I mean he gonna get a lot of exposure. I seen him yesterday at the little media thing. I like it though. We're gonna speak on that for sure. He was talking that talk last night. Yeah, that shit was cringy. Both of them dudes was on some bullshit with that trash talk, but I feel it. Chop Chop, yep, Chop Chop is on that card. Yep, we on that. Um, he got a good fight too. So Pacheco and Alim. Alim coming off a loss to Lester Martinez. He gave a good effort, but he basically got dominated in that fight. He's gonna be right there, so that's probably a good choice. To me, it's like a step back because I thought actually, if you really look at Pacheco's 2025, it was actually pretty good. He beat 3 solid guys. You know what I'm saying? I just the performance against Sajo didn't look good. He got dropped and he was doing a lot of holding and I didn't like the trainer choice and all that shit. But he beat Steve Nelson, McCombie, and Sajo. Those 3 good wins. This one is a slight step back. Aleem is gonna come to fight. He's tough and durable, but Pacheco should beat him. And this is a fight where okay, we're gonna get our our shit together with my new trainer, and then we'll go on. Let's see the he just re-signed with Matchroom, so maybe this is like a throwaway fight. Welcome back, I guess. Thank you for re-signing. Then we're gonna step your shit up. Um, he got a new management team as well, so a lot of changes and stuff like that. They fighting at the Stub Hub, so it should be fun. It's gonna be hot out there too, July 18th. Andy Cruz versus Aber Bell. That's the IBF final eliminator, lightweight division. Been waiting for this fight for a minute. Um, let's see. This is Bell's opportunity. I hope he fight with a sense of urgency in this fight. Cruz is coming off a loss. It's kind of a good loss to me. I thought he performed real well in that fight with Mortal. But just the team that he's on, they probably give him a lot of heat. And the Keyshawn backlash, he probably get a lot of heat from that too. But Bell, 6 foot, he's been aggressive in his recent fights. He's facing Andy Cruz who can box and seeing all the styles that you can see. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because where they fighting at. If they on some tactical shit, they gonna get booed out that arena, bro. I don't know if you guys ever been to StubHub, the outside venue, bro. They be out. It's straight essays out there, and they drinking Modelo, walking into the building, so they already lit. And if you're if you take your foot off the gas, they booing you, bro. Like you can have a round where you threw 150 punches and you landed 80 of them bitches, but you come out in the next round to catch your breath, boo, they booing your ass. So I'm imagining, bro, if these guys' styles gonna mesh well for this venue, and you know what I'm saying, for the essays gonna be there. Let's see. I don't know. Now Cruz has been very kind of aggressive on the Boza and stuff like that. He kind of started boxing against more Tyler. They was kind of switching roles. But Albert Bell can make shit kind of ugly a little bit because he's long and rangy. He's not just going to give up his height like that. He's going to make it kind of tricky for you. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting spot putting it there. That ain't an easy fight. Which one? Pacheco's fight or Andy Cruz and Bell? He said he got. I see you down there. You think this can settle? Ooh, um, possibly because Pacheco number 2 in the WBC, so possibly. Um, this fight card is going down the same night as Pro Box, July 18th. San Bernardino. That's probably like an hour drive to LA. Depending. So yeah, we'll see how they split that crowd up. There's gonna be more entertaining fights in the crowd. No, that's for sure. I was there for the Andy Ruiz and Areola fight. Those dudes was stumping. I think it started after the Lara fight. After Lara stopped Cornflake, I think Jesus Ramos fought at that time. I forgot. But yeah, they was stumping in there. He said I got Albert. Michael James 616 was good. Albert Bell need to take this. Yeah. 7 foot ass and 40. Shit, he just got the 35. But now with you, this is do or die right here for him. Chop Chop Gonzalez is on this card. He's a good fighter, a young fighter. He's with Robert Garcia. One of the better combination punches we have in boxing. He's nice. He's facing Aaron Alameda, who's been around for a while. Solid guy, good jab. This is a solid test. I don't think Alameda been stopped before, so this is a good test. So yeah, Chop Chop is on there. Salute to him. Leo Atang is on there. He's making his U.S. debut, the young heavyweight. I think he's like 19 or something. All right, we got news about this card. They supposed to have July the 11th. The IVB. They're trying to do that. They was trying to do it in San Francisco. Here's a little press release there. So they canceled that, and they're trying to find another day, another venue. I heard they're gonna try to go to Vegas with this one, but that shit sound crazy. This dude said he's trying to get 130,000 out there in San Francisco just to watch a fight. Man, that's those pipe dreams you got there. They talking about doing like they did Jack Dempsey back in the 20s. Times have changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got too much stuff to do to be sitting out there in the hot watching a fight with some damn binoculars on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to do that. Back in those days, they didn't have no entertainment and shit. So they can put 120K in the venue and just whatever. You just happy to be there. Not us. We lose interest quick. And it's not a banging ass card. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna postpone that. Let's see what they do. This was the card, if you guys forgot. Vito Melnicki Jr. He was supposed to be on there. Charlie Suarez, Anthony Oscar making a defense. I seen Vito post something about fighting Arizona Lara. That's interesting. So maybe when this fight fell apart, he got offered the Lara fight. Yeah, we'll see. Charlie Suarez, he's the mandatory for Navarrete, but he wanted to stay busy fight. Lomachenko called out Charlie Suarez, so he might be in some good positions. And Oscar Waga, they still gonna keep this together. He need to unify after this at 112. So we'll see. They postpone the joint. Yeah, Art Barrera is on that card. Yeah, Art Barrera, Frank Espinoza is on that Pacheco card. Yep. Yeah, he with top rank. Chop Chop with top rank. I think it's because I won't trip off that so much. Because they all working together now. But Chop Chop is a solid draw down there. Like for those small cards he be on, the Robert Garcia be promoting, should be sold out, bro. Like I forgot the name. It's a small casino out here that he be doing his fights. You gotta look at his box spread. I forgot the name of it. San Joabo, some shit, whatever. You said on box spread. But those shits, Chop Chop be having those shits sold out. And I know he was on the Lester Martinez card, Pro Box, and Lester had a lot of his fans there too. But it was a lot of people in there for Chop Chop, yo, because Chop Chop from that area. So Maybe that's why, and that may mess up the Pro Box card because Chop Chop got a lot of fans. Chop Chop he's from there. I forgot which city. I want to say he's from Moreno Valley, but that's basically the same thing as uh, Riverside. Like it's in the same area. So I think that may be one of the reasons because he's a ticket seller. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Joe Joyce is going to Russia. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that should be sold out for Chop Chop. I appreciate that. Yeah, I be on this shit, bro. I don't know the names and probably can't pronounce some shit, but I know what I'm talking about on this shit. it should be sold out there. Oh yeah, Joe Joyce. He's going over there to face Selenkov. This is a WBA regional title fight. They on the undercard of Gassiev and Joe Joyce. So the way Joyce, excuse me, Gassiev and Tony Yoka. My bad. I'm thinking about Joyce and Yoka fight. But the way Joyce been looking, he never had the best defense. Um, he took a lot of punishment in his career, and he I don't even, how many? Did Joyce got 20 fights? I don't even know. He took a lot of punishment. Um, this might be dangerous for him. This Selenkov guy, I think he beat Michael Hunter in one of those exhibitions over there. He ain't coming to fuck around. Yeah, no, he better be on his P's and Q's because this dude he might put an end to him. So yeah, that was announced. Stand over here in this Russia shit, right? Russia, Queensberry, they look like they're working together. Y'all see they made Gassif and Yoka. We just seen Joe Joyce, right, going to Russia. So this one right here, Anthony Kakashi is the WBA champion at 130. I was hoping to see him unified with one of the other champions, Oshaki Foster or Davarete, but he has a mandatory. Samedov. I forgot who is he with. I think he with that same group, IBA. Either way, he's Russian, and they're trying to get that fight over there in Russia. So that's gonna cut out some, a unification for now. So we'll see. We'll see if they can make it happen. Look like Queensberry is working with the Russians, so it could happen. Now, She Smith, I mentioned this earlier, but he's signed with Zuffa Boxing. Oh man, this is good. This is a young guy that can fight. You know what I'm saying? 10-0, 7 knockouts. He's 6'2", tall guy, and I like it though. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good fighter, going a different route. Instead of the original stuff, he going a different route from that. So we'll see what they do for him. I'm guessing maybe he's from DC, so maybe he'll get on that Hitchens card, Hitchens and Berlanga, which we're about to talk about now. Maybe he hop on there. They announced Berlanga versus Stephen Butler. I think I mentioned this on one of my shows last week. I can't remember. But, actually, I like this fight for the entertainment value. I like it. Hakan in the building. What's good with you? Salute, salute. Berlanga, this is a good one. He said Kakashi pissing me off. I heard he was trying to get a bigger fight, but I think this WBA shit came out the blue. But I still won't be surprised if they allow him to face Navarrete. I was hoping that would be on the Canelo and Billy card. But this one right here gonna be a shootout though. I get it. We ain't really as high on Berlanga like that. And Stephen Butler, every time he step up, he get knocked out. And this is why I think this is a perfect pick for Berlanga. If I'm Berlanga, I'm like, you know what? I would take this guy because he need a win. He need a win. He need a spectacular performance. But Butler is dangerous enough where you're gonna have to be a little bit switched on because Butler can punch, and Butler moving up this is second fight at 168. He had a knockout there, his first fight there, and he bring his power up. So Berlanga and Butler could be a wild shootout. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Ramos at 160. Salute. Hopefully maybe he get elevated to full champion or fight Nareem Nasultanov for the vacant WBC title since it looked like Adonis is going up to 68. It's all good. Yeah, they on that card too. Yeah, he on. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight right there for him, for Jaleel Hackett, because he get hit too much. Get hit way too much. For this being this young in his career, 2021, he get hit way too much. Derevyanchenko is older, and him. I ain't gonna say he's not gonna have no success, but he get hit too much. If he fixes defense, he should win. He fights a little dirty, but yeah, both of them be hit behind the head. Yeah, I'm trying. Yo, Butler can fight. He either gonna get him or he gonna get you. He said Vito ducking. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Um, Ramos loses both fights. Oh yeah, that's he just come every now and again and just me hug Jesus Ramos. He's one of the type of fans you don't want as a if you're a fighter, you don't want fans like that. It's gonna me hug all day long and shit. So let him get his shit off. He good. Hitchens versus Ricardo Salas. Um, this might be an IBF eliminator. Y'all knows they fighting 12 rounds. So and IBF and Zuffa been working good together. So maybe this is an IBF eliminator at welterweight. But honestly, like I like to do. I like to take a step back and look at shit from up in the sky, right? This is actually a good welcome to 147 fight for Hitchens. Salas is pretty tough. He's strong. He got a big win. He beat Villa. He beat Villa quicker than Boots. You know, we like to say that, right, about fighters. Man, he beat him quicker than him. He stopped him faster. So if we're gonna take that into consideration, Salas is pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's a kind of a good style for Hitchens. See, Hitchens, he don't mind fighting pressure fighters. He just don't like fighting pressure fighters in Las Vegas on the West Coast. That's a, you know what I'm saying. And reason why is the time difference. They weigh in earlier in the East Coast than they do on the West Coast. So he don't feel right making weight. That's what this comes out his mouth. I ain't no shit I made up. This him saying it. And so this is what he said. He struggled to make the weight against, or he had an issue making the weight against Gustavo Limos. You know, and made that was a tough fight. I thought he edged it out. And then the Duarte fight was gonna be in Vegas, and you know he made the weight, but then he got sick, right? But I bet look how strong he gonna be in the East Coast. But this at 147, so it should be he should be straight. And a lot of times these guys be killing themselves to make these weights. They probably should have been moved up. Like Hitchens came to Mayweather Promotions in 2017 at 140. 10 years later, he basically still trying to fight there. That shit, bro. These guys growing up, and he's a big guy. He 5'10", so he probably will fit in welterweight pretty naturally. It's a good fight. Salas, a couple of fights ago, he had a bad performance down in Mexico. He got dropped to the body a couple of times. So maybe Hitchens can, dedicate that work down there. We'll see. We'll see if they make this an IBF eliminator though. I know Salas' last fight he was switch hitting. Didn't catch that versus Villa. Yeah, he do. Yeah, I seen him do that, but I don't know if he did it against Villa. I got refreshed. Yeah, yeah, those guys looking like they trying to fight September. That's cool. Make it happen. All right, Boxer. Boxer got a new deal with the Zone. So they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They came over with the other UK promoters, Matchroom and Queensberry. Shit, at this point, everybody should be over there. There's talks about PBC going. But yeah, this is good because Boxer, I always like watching their shows. I ain't gonna lie, the Zuffa card last week was like a Boxer show for real. So them actually coming over because they put their they was putting their events on Triller TV. You know what I'm saying? And like we a lot of us boxing fans we know what Triller is, but we ain't really tapped in like that. And I feel like, bro, all these fights should be accessible to everybody, right? Like, why, you know what I'm saying? You go on the Triller, we got to search for it, all types of crazy shit. But this is another reason why this is good because it opens up a door for some good fights with other promoters. Like Carissa Shields versus Lauren Price. That fight just got way easier to be made now. Um, they're supposed to do a fight later on, maybe top of next year, maybe late this year. So we know Salida is with the Zone already. So yeah, this is good, yo. They get a bigger platform, and hopefully they can make bigger fights. So they announced the rematch between Troy Williamson versus Callum Simpson. We know Williamson stopped Callum Simpson in December, messed up a lot of plans for Simpson because he was trying to go after a world title. But Troy Williamson, he kind of resurrected his career and he stopped him. So, and then since then, Williamson been locked into this uh, rematch clause, and it kept getting pushed back and pushed back because he was going to face Iglesias for the vacant IBF, but then Boogeyman Ben Shalom was like, "Nah, we're going to stick to our guns. We're just going to find a date." And then the IBF ordered Pacheco versus Troy Williamson, and I was like, "Bro, why they even waste their time ordering that? They both got fights coming up." But maybe they didn't get that information. So here we go. Now, this fight might be an IBF eliminator though, because Troy Williamson is like number I forgot. He like the highest rated guy, and I think Simpson is like number 9. So don't be surprised if they add that IBF final eliminator because Troy Williamson kind of got done dirty. He could have fought for the world title and possibly changed his life. So let's see. This is August the 8th on the Zone. I missed Bam fight. Was watching the Knicks. Oh yeah, I feel you. Bam was nice out there. Um, I was just about to watch Troy versus Jaha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Watch that. Yeah. Get some insight on that. Jaha Tucker looks solid in that fight, and he got a big fight coming up against Sedan. I want Troy to close the chapter and move on. Yeah. He obligated though, so hopefully he get by there, man, and get a bigger opportunity. All right, so they announced Michaela Mayer versus Chantel Cameron. This is August 29th in the UK. So this is gonna be a fun fight right here. Y'all already know their styles is gonna mesh real well. This is for 3 belts. At 154, Michaela Mayer has the WBC and WBA, and Chantel has the WBO. And we talked about earlier, O'Shea Jones has the IBF. So the winner may fight O'Shea Jones. And all these ladies are with MVP. So this gonna be a banger right here. This is probably one of the best fights of the year. Real talk. Top 10 pound for pound fighters. They like I said, they're styles. They high level boxers with a lot of skills, and they probably be on the inside banging it out. Uh, you know, Chantel Cameron, she's basic to me, but she's good though. She's good basic. She do a lot of good stuff in the ring. I think she can fight on the inside, but I like her kind of mid range and let her combinations go. And Michaela, she gonna try to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. Terry Harper would be added. They should do Terry Harper versus uh Stevie Morgan for the WBA interim title. Yabuki Santiago and Michaela. Yep. Yes, sir. I like that. They be going on the road. I appreciate that. You apply for okay. That's what's up, bro. Oh, Devin, I know you're gonna get in there. Yes, sir. Birmingham. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, so we have Caroline Dubois versus Amelia Moore. This is a good fight, though. If you know, you know. Moore, she was a highly touted amateur. Like she fought Tierra Brown in the amateurs, Stacey Suttles, some more too. She been around. She got a nice amateur career. She only got 4 fights, but she been keeping active on the TCL. A lot of times TCL get these fighters active, and she might be the bigger. I don't know about stronger, maybe physically strong, but I think she's the bigger opponent, the bigger fighter here too. Because I seen her fight at like 140 something. You know what I'm saying? Almost welterweight. So she's a good, solid fighter. Got some good skills. Been around for a while. So going to fight Caroline Dubois, who is coming off a big fight and a big win over Terry Harper. She's unified. WBCWO. She took Terry's belt. So this a solid this a solid title defense because Moore is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see can when she step up a level because she definitely haven't been at this level in the pros. So let's see how that comes out. But this is a solid fight. Dubois was trying to get Turhan for this opportunity, but Turhan, she fought last night, so maybe they can do that after this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, oh yeah. I think that would make sense because maybe Terry can go down because I see it kind of working out like this. I see because I don't know. See, Stephanie Hun is kind of like the odd one out. I can actually see Stephanie Hun fighting Alicia Baumgartner before she fight Caroline Dubois. But somebody gotta get the IBF off of Turhan, and I think MVP would be more, confident that Dubois can get it from her instead of Stephanie. But I don't know. That's just me. We'll see. Yeah, me too, bro. Get those credentials, man, for sure. Salute, man. Get them things. Yo, this is an interesting fight though, right here. This gonna happen in November, but they talking about this already. They announced it. Bakari Samaki versus Usama Lima. Yo, you talking about crossroads fights? This is it right here. I like it. This at 154 too. Uh, since losing the boots, Lima had two fights, two or three, no, two, January and April. He picked up like a little regional WBC title. Samaki is coming off of his first loss against Archer Britt. I forget his name, the WBC Eliminator. So yeah, bro, run that shit. Run it. These probably be like the best fights to watch because both guys still kind of hungry, and it's an even fight. You know what I'm saying? So it might be good. I'm trying to tap in. She needs to go to 135. It really ain't nothing for her at 130 unless she waiting for Tierra Brown to move up or possibly Ellie Scotney. But I'm with you on that. Could be made. That's cool. That's a tough fight for Stephanie Hunt. That's a tough fight. Hey, I'll take Layla too. I'm with that. I'm with you, bro. What do you think about Bam already talking about retirement? Man, this is old news. He been talking about that shit. But I mean, I'm with it. Get your money and get up out of there. ain't Bam 26? How old is Bam? I thought he was 26. I don't know. Yeah, now for real. Dude, but look, Lima had two fights. Like he got done dirty by Boots, but that dude he had a fight in January. He fought Boots when October. That type of loss supposed to sting a little bit. He was right back in October. Then he fought in April. Now he gonna fight this dude in November. Three fights. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, don't just sit in your own mess. Get out there and get busy. That's just me. All right. News about Rolly coming back, making a defense in August. Talking about Vegas. The names I'm hearing is Nesta Bravo, Nesta Bravo, and because look, people. The reason why I'm laughing because people expect something different from Rolly. People not grasping that Rolly got these Rolly privileges. He said it himself. Like, yeah, he tried to fight the top guys, and the top guys turned him down. So they're like, shit. This is how they looking at it. They wasted our time. We supposed to been fought. Manny Pacquiao, wanted more money. Devin Haney he liked the proposal. Then he didn't like it when he found out that when he realized, shit, I gotta promote my own shit. Nah, I'm good. I need my money up front. He turned it down. Ryan Garcia turned down the rematch clause. This shit is documented. So if all these big names are turning him down, Conor Ben, if all these guys are turning him down, then that gives his promoter, they give him a pass. They elevated him to super champion, which basically means he can unify with somebody if that happens, right? Because the WBA super champion is supposed to be in place for unified champions. So him being able to pick a lesser opponent is funny to me because I didn't know they had that. They still could do that since PBC lost all those network deals. If this was back in the day, Spike TV. Oh yeah, Rolly would have fought these dudes a wild better eye. You know what I'm saying? But now when they ain't really putting on that many shows, like, it's funny that they made this fight. But we'll see. But Rolly supposed to come back. I'm not sure they're gonna pair that up with Erislandy Lara versus Vito. But Vito said that they offer him. I guess they offer him the fight. I can see that if they paired up those two fights up. But it looking like Nestor Bravo gonna get the call. You know what I'm saying? He moving up for 140, but he a strong guy. He probably should have been moved up already too. Two strong dudes. It should be an interesting fight though. Yeah, Caloran. Yeah. I'll be surprised if we fight Caloran. And like I was saying, Liam Paro and Crocker are gonna fight in a couple of weeks. PBC's logo is on that poster. PBC got something to do with that. I wouldn't be surprised if Paro wins, if they made Paro versus Rolly. I won't be surprised. I mean, especially if they send their guy Earl Spence to Australia, all y'all better get y'all passport ready for real. If Earl can go, y'all damn sure know y'all can go. That's how I'm looking at it. Antoine versus Pitbull. I'm with this. They talking about doing this in September, October. Look, make it happen. They also talking about that's the same time that I guess Tank supposed to come back. I'm still kind of leery of that because every time Tank got some news about fighting come up, then something happened legally. So we lay off that. But Pitbull and Antoine, I like it. Pitbull is the WC interim champion at 140. Russell is a WBA champion. For the belt that Pitbull used to have. Run that, run that shit. Especially they talking about PBC going to the zone. Yeah, run that shit. These are the type of fights they have to put on to kind of because PBC really put on good fights and good events, but they don't do it so often. So maybe the zone would keep being with the zone would keep them active. So I'm with that. Man, y'all done heard it all week. This shit going back and forth, and this is great for content creators and the algorithm because you know you don't fuck with Shakur, you can do your videos on that, and vice versa with Devin Haney. So it's going back and forth. So it feeds the boxing fan because this is what fans want to hear. If they Devin Haney fans, they want to hear Shakur is scared, he a Doug, he this, that, and the third, and vice versa. Um, Look, yo, I want to see the fight, but I'm in that I don't care type shit right now because I thought we've been down this road before. It seems like some deja vu shit, and like I want to see it, but I ain't pressed on no like because one person said the fight we accepted everything, the other guy said no, no. One side saying man they ain't even reached out to us, the other one saying no, you lying like, bruh, is the fight gonna happen or not? Like I've been saying, I'd much rather see Keyshawn and Devin Haney. Keyshawn is the mandatory. They're about to order that fight. You know, I hear people protecting Haney talking about, man, this dude they ordering him to fight less than a year, blah blah blah. But he ain't the only one. It's other guys that win their title and then got to do a mandatory right away too. It's the same shit, bro. It's just they're not gonna talk about the other ones because it's not their guy, which I understand too. But this shit, politics of boxing. Keyshawn ain't had a fight at 147. He's number one with the WBO. But we all know Keyshawn signed with Top Rank. We know that's their belt. So why are we surprised? You know what I'm saying? And that's a good fight. So that's a good ass fight right there. Haney and Keyshawn. Bro, why not? Why we can't have it? No matter how we got there, if we about to get that, let's get it. The Shakur fight, man. Look, my take on this is if the guy not ready to move up, then move on. You know what I'm saying? He keep talking about 144 and this and that. Yeah, you got points. He fought Jose Ramirez at 144. Boom, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand if you want to you want to eventually move up to 147, you want to ease your way up into that. Because 47 is like the final boss type shit. Um, Basically, Bam doing the same thing, but the difference is Bam ain't really in the algorithm like that. Like Bam, he's not gonna get criticized for every little thing he say. You know what I'm saying? Bam fights and he out the spotlight. Shakur fights, he's still on Twitter. He still this, that. He got an interview drop. And then everything people are looking to contradict everything he said. So it's a little differently. But at the end of the day, it just comes to it's real simple. If dude ain't ready to come up um, all the way to 47, they can meet at 40, they can meet at 44, make it happen. That's AB weight. Meet at 44. If it's not gonna happen, move on. Because all this back and forth shit, it really don't do nothing but help these content creators get their bread. I guess well that is a good thing. Salute to them. But other than that, it's just false hope for real fans that want to see it. We want to see the fight. We don't want to see no soap opera unfold on these dudes' channels. Now they beefing with each other. Dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes won't never do nothing. Won't comment nobody on no other situation. But now for this one, everybody is so sensitive. They gotta comment this one, comment that one, this, that, and third. Bro, and then it gets to the point where we're not even talking about the fight. We ain't even talking about who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, what tactics both guys can bring into play. We talking about some other shit. This dude Mickey Bay talking about they should fight for both belts, 140 and 47, but make 44. What type of old hokey pokey shit is that, bro? You know that shit don't make no sense, but it's people, yeah, do that. They should do that. Bro, you gotta make 140. What Bob Arum called Teofimo when he said that shit to Josh Taylor? He called him a smuck. That shit not even in my vocabulary, but people who follow that, they smucks. You know what I'm saying? You know you can't do that. You know that shit don't work like that. Sugar Ray Leonard fought Donnie Ladon for the super middleweight title and the light heavyweight title. Guess what? Ladon had to make 168 weight limit. You feel what I'm trying to say? But in this case, we're gonna forget about that. We just gonna fight in the middle and fight for both belts. Sounds stupid. So that's where it gets to when you got this type of situation. People go outside their mind to protect the fighter, and he don't really need that protection because we know Devin is like that. We know he runs to the smoke, but we also know every time he can make a big fight, there's always a saga to it, some type of soap opera or 3-part series documentary to get to the fight. It's never just make the fight, and if it is, nobody really talk about it. Like the Jose Ramirez fight, just make the fight. You know, that's it. So never end the story type shit with a big ass dog. That's how I look at it. Um, Pitbull better go. Oh yeah, go to the body for sure. But he'll have some opportunities because my man get hit a lot. You think Conceição is a live dog? He gonna be crafty and kind of tough and kind of whatever. He know this is his last chance, so I expect him to come out pretty tough. But I got more Tyler. Why is TGB promoting Roach versus? I think they got some dealings with Roach. But I hope they put somebody on that card. I'm cool with it. But I think they got some dealings with Roach. He don't play. Nah, You know what? You know all these sanctioned bodies pick and choose. I'm gonna go back to this one. He said, "Man, I'll be trying to fight his sparring partners." Oh shit! Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, yo, all these sanctioned bodies they got the little quirky things, right? I feel like the WBO is the best one right now. You know what I'm saying? I think because they make the big fights, they was the first ones to say, hold on, our split is 75-25, but the challenger making more money than the champion. We're gonna flip those splits. You know what I'm saying? So they were the first one to do that. That made sense. You know, in order to get the fight happen. Um, I'm with it. You know, Do I think Keyshawn actually deserved to be the mandatory 147? No. But do I want if that's what they gotta do to make Haney versus Keyshawn, then I'm down for that shit. Let's go. Let's get it. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen, but I don't think this one's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? All right. So today, before I leave you guys, we got some boxing on the zone today. Now I'm be the first one to say this as a fan. I don't like how they did this card. This shit is crazy to me. So this is the main card. This is what we're going to get at 5 o'clock Eastern time. These fights right here, cool, whatever. The two top fights, I'm not mad at it. Gonzalez versus Perez and Joshua Pagan. I like him, but they got two prospects on the main card. But look what they left off the main card. We gotta go to Win Records, the Win Records app. Sign up and watch these fights. Nah, this shit should be on the. Let's do like this. Show all these fights on the zone. Fuck it. If MVP gotta do a marathon of fights, bro, who cares? It's boxing at the end of the day. Man, we gotta go to an app to watch the more intriguing fights. Man, we've been waiting on Troy Osley for a minute. Like us boxing fans is tapped in. We want to see Troy Osley, see how he fit in middleweight after seeing Amari Jones and Ammo getting washed and him calling out Adamas, Janabeg on PDs, and we got shit. There's a bunch of turnover at 160, and we feel like Troy Osley is in the mix. But we gotta go watch this shit on the Win Records app. Like that shit can't be available for us. That's the shit I'll be talking about with the way these promoters do their shit. That shit is weird to me. In this day and time, bro, we should be able to watch any fight we want. We should just click the button and be able to watch it. We should have to jump through hoops and get my bank information and my damn, you know what I'm saying? Nah, because look, we got Brandon Moore and Brian Jennings on the same card. And then you got Simmons too. Simmons is an up and coming heavyweight, but I feel like if Brandon Moore wins and Brian Jennings wins, that's a fight they can probably do a little headliner show. You know what I'm saying? They can probably headline that card because Brandon Moore need a name on his resume like Brian Jennings, who is at the tail end of his career. But hey, if he's looking good, then why not? That shit is weird. So we're gonna get this card, you know what I'm saying, instead of all of this at one time. I'm gonna tap in, but that shit's weird. And then this I don't know if this is going on right now, but they're having a Hall of Fame induction. Slid Promotions put them on. Yeah, that shit is stupid. I get it, but so break that down to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to this. Break that down to me, bro. How they saving money? Is it if the fighters in their contract they got to get a certain amount of money if they on TV or not on TV, or how's that working with the Win Record shit? Because yeah, let me know. Because they be having a lot of fights on these undercards, and the undercard fighters is making like, I bet you these guys right here is making more than those guys on the main card. So how that shit line up? Them being behind a paywall, does that mean they get more bread? I don't know. Put me on game, bro. 'Cause I'm trying to learn some shit. Please tip all the promoters and matchmakers with your ideas. Oh, they already know. They got a line. Salute to you, bro. What's good with you, Steph? Salute. This is the Hall of Fame right here. They doing their induction today. I don't know what time, but I feel like the last 2 years it's been on YouTube. And I think the Portaway podcast does that too. They stream the Hall of Fame induction. So yeah, bro, that's what's up. Um, we got Tarver going in. I disagree with it, but it is what it is. Tarver is in there. Um, we got Fujioka, the women's champ, long reigning champ. Nigel Benn is up in there. He made it. We'll probably see Conor Benn up there to support his pops. Jackie Nava. She a legend of Mexican boxing, and then Triple G. So yeah, that's what's up, man. Only 5. Yeah. So this is going down today. So they'll probably, like I said, y'all if y'all tapped in with the, I gotta find the website though. I gotta find the website because I remember I watched it last year and the year before. The Hall of Fame speech. No, it should be long as hell though. It should be long as shit. The box, the Florida Hall of Fame. Hold on. I'm gonna see can I find something. Find a link. It might. I think it's live right now. Hold on. Yeah, it's live right now. I'm gonna put this in the chat just in case any of you guys want to go tap in with it after this. I'm about to close out too. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the link right there, yo. If you want to go watch this Hall of Fame induction shit, tap in. That's my guess. If the zone fight means a high, I feel you. I feel you. So who getting that bread? Who getting that bread behind that little $10 paywall they got on Win Records? I don't know. I want to see Troy. I want to see Troy fight other than all those fights. By the way, about decision, we ain't got. That's funny as hell too. And that's true shit. But I still want to see him. He need to up his violence levels. Yeah, he have up and down performances. That says a lot. That says you're not as good as we think you are, or you think you are, or you know, because sometimes it can be the level of competition. Because top rank match the brothers kind of hard. Like Tiger Johnson probably got the hardest matchmaking as a young fighter on top rank probably ever. Like him, Duke, Troy, those guys got matched up kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Tyler started getting matched up tough towards the end of his prospect days, but yeah, he said, "Word up, I see it." Yeah, Brandon Moore. Yeah, he's solid. He like Brandon Moore. I want to see B.Y. Jennings fight while you playing. Spoke to Troy a couple weeks ago. Good stuff. Yeah, that's good. Uh, man, he can, but I favor Amari Jones, bro. I like Amari Jones in that fight. Too versatile to me. Too versatile. A little bit more athletic. I think he is more athletic than Troy, and he a bigger puncher. I like Amari Jones. I take him. He'll have all the dimensions over him too. The size, the height. He know how to use his height and reach, and like I like Amari. I'm high on Amari Jones for sure. I think Yo Yo probably might be a little bit better than him, but I think Yo Yo and Amari is like in close to the same class. Um, if it don't matter if Troy up his violence, he ain't got enough power. He don't have enough power. I mean, he look like he's strong as hell. He probably physically strong, but that shit don't translate like that. Tim Bradley physique. Tim Bradley was ripped up, but that dude hit you with 4 clean shots in a row, and they walking through that shit. But yeah, this is what it is, man. If you guys want to tap in with that Hall of Fame, man, feel free. Yes, sir. We'll be back this week though. We got a fight week coming up, June 19th, 20th. Solid shit. We got the Misfits card. I like them coming to the US. H2O versus JoJo. Tito Mercado is on that card. He's facing Juan Carlos Burgos. Amir Anderson is on that card. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Ryan Gardner, he's facing Michael Magnisi. That's the WC Eliminator. That's for the interim title. Winner is Shocky Foster's mandatory. What else? Oscar Collazo was back. So yeah, we're gonna have some shit to talk about for sure. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. That's my time, and I'm going.